What's up, guys? We're going to get started exactly where we left off, okay? So, this video is called How Do I Read Marriages? Now, like I said, the point is in doing what I told you is to make sure that you can formulate marriages, okay? So you're going through and you're formulating all of the marriages, you're doing that. You can do it on any, don't care what you do it on. But the key is how do I read them? Okay. Um, so I've kept it, like I said, it's on the exact time frame. I've adjusted everything from the point of whenever we had to start getting married. That was where I adjusted. I put all the numbers up there correctly and stuff. Now, I don't necessarily want you to worry about what it says in here. Okay. I don't want you to really worry about what it says here. I don't really want you to worry about that. Okay. What I want you to worry about and what I want you to look at is price and what it did at these marriages. Okay. So I want you to look at that. Now, I want you to see what price has done. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna move this off of here. I don't even want you to look at this. I don't want you to even worry about any of these numbers. I kept them on there first, but I'm gonna remove everything. I don't want you to see these. I just want you to focus on this, okay? I just want you guys to have tunnel vision on this, okay? Because I know how critical this is, okay? I don't want all these little other things up here to help give you any reason to have a distraction, okay? So, how do I read marriages? Now, we are looking at this and we are looking at what price has done. Now, currently we are on the weekly, okay? So we have went monthly and now we're on the weekly time frames, and that's what we're at. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to scale this down to the daily time frame, okay? This is where we are going to look to start to take entries off of. So I'm going to move these over here so we know where these are, like what they represent and stuff, okay? I'm just going to scoot them over. It's not the end of the world if you don't see them. I don't want you to think it's the end of the world or anything. So we're going to look at this, and then we're going to zoom this in, okay? And we're going to look at these points. All right, now, how do I read marriages? Okay, so what this is, guys, is it is a point in time in the chart where we are looking at price, okay? Now, this is where we bring in our supports, our resistances, our reversal candles. What else is it? Consolidation, how to read volume, those kind of things, okay? So we're looking at these. When we look at the marriages, guys, what we want is price to reach the marriages, okay? That's all we want. If price never reaches the marriages and the zones, then guess what? We're not trading it. We don't even care. Like the zones like that are outside of our marriages, we don't even need to look at. I don't even want you guys to look at them. I just want you to pay very close attention to price when it reaches this point. Okay? When it reaches this point right here, that's what I want you to pay close attention to. When it reaches this point right here, that's what I wanted you to pay close attention to. Or this point right here. These are marriages. These are lines that could work, that could do something, but they're not as significant as the ones that have multiple numbers in them. I don't necessarily need you to worry about what they stand for. I just need you to know that they are a marriage, okay? So that's why I said don't ever overcomplicate anything. This is not school. This is not like you have to know that F1M38.2 is here and this is where the slash is. No, this is not school, okay? I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know, and then you are going to pass and fail on your own in the market and however that is. And there's no failure in the market, okay? I want you guys to understand that there isn't. The market is going to move, it's going to move, and it's going to move. And depending on how precise you have things set up will depict, and how patient and how persistent you are will depict ultimately how much money that you make. There is no right and there is no wrong in the market. And that's what I want you to understand. The market is what makes the decisions, okay? We can't control that. And that's very important that you understand that in this video. We can't control what the market does. We can only ultimately control how good our markups are and how patient that we are and how much risk that we put on each and every one of our trades. That's it. So if the market decides to follow through, then the market decides to follow through. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Meaning that if you're looking at this right here, at this little uptrend, and you're looking at that, and the market decides to follow the next follow through of the uptrend, you can clearly see this is an excited boom. You can see there it goes. Then it does. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't want you to think you're wrong, okay? Because the way our formal education system has taught us, we've been graded on passing and failing. And I don't want you guys to think that you are wrong in this, because you could not be more wrong in thinking that, okay? But it doesn't, the market just moves on its own. Like it doesn't, it is like, it just moves. And the way I have set my system up is so that you lose a minimum amount of money, but you have the potential to make a maximum amount of money 3 times over than what you would ever lose. Okay. We're still not there yet. We're getting there though. We're getting there, but we're still not there yet. Okay. What we need to know is what is going to happen, how do we read our marriages? Okay. We read our marriages based off of what price tells us. Okay. So if you look at this entire zone all the way through here, okay, what is this marriage showing us? What is it showing us? All of you guys should say it's showing a support. Okay. And if you look closely, what kind of candlesticks show at this point? All reversal. Hammers, 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 dojis, hammers, a lot of wicks, okay? You'll see that when you have marriages and they're good, you're going to see the price should respect them. That's what they mean. When these marriages come up, price should respect them. This is a very precise marriage that I have up here. And what shows you? It shows rejection, support. It shows a wick right there. It shows a rejection, a support again. Even here, it shows rejection. What does it do when it goes below it? It goes to the downside, okay? Now, here's another one that I have at the top. This one never quite made it in there, but you can still see that it is a rejection point every single time. Now, when we get over here at this point, we can see that we get a rejection to the upside, rejection to the downside. See that rejection to the downside? Then what? Rejection to the upside, then. But you're like, wait, John, the market just flew through that thing and completely went through it. Guess what? That's completely fine, because guess what the market does? It makes all of the decisions. And I can guarantee you a lot of the students that were in the academy now, they did not lose money on a trade like this, because we have a system that we follow. Okay. What does system stand for? Saving yourself time, energy, and money. That's what this is. Okay. That's why you guys have paid me money, so that I can teach you to save yourself time, energy, and money. Okay. That's what I am doing. I'm speeding up all this stuff that you guys are going through. I'm knocking years off of your learning curve and what we're going through. I can promise you guys that right now. So when we look at these marriages, when we look at these things, guys, we are looking at price to reach them, and they are going to show us where the market wants to go next. They act as a larger level of dynamic support and resistance. That's what they act as. So only when price reaches a marriage, we would take a trade off of. Only when it reaches that marriage. Now, you might be thinking, well, how do I know what to trade, or how do I do this, blah, blah, blah. We're going to get into that. Don't even worry about it. We're not there yet. Right now, we're in the buildup of everything, of how to do all the things in the proper way. So when price gets to those levels, that is whenever we are going to consider in taking trades, okay? And in the next video, it will be what to expect every time price meets your marriage, okay? And these are going to be the good things. Now, I've went to the daily chart and we've went over everything on that time frame, okay? And we've seen all what these mean now. Now, what you guys should see, guys, is you should be able to understand price a little bit more. and what it is and where it is and what it means when it reaches these points. Okay, you guys should be able to understand that a lot more now and what it means. So guess what? When price gets down here, this is when we would actually want to start looking at buying at that point. The market can tell us otherwise in here, but this is going to be the best area to go and buy again, because that's what we have. That's what previous price has told us. And when current price gets down there, it'll tell us an even further story. Okay. So in the next video, we're going to talk about what to expect when price meets your marriage. So in this video, this was how to read marriages, what this actually means psychologically. Okay. And what I hope you got from this was whenever when price reaches those points, that is when we would consider looking at trading in the market. Okay. When it reaches those specific points. Okay. So in the next video, I will see you guys on that.